Would you rank one of your marathons as your most grueling physical experience?
Yeah. Boston Marathon was pretty grueling.
Good question.
Well, I did two of them, right? So I did two of them. So.
Yeah.
So the first one, like most people when they do their first marathon, it's sort of an experience, you know. So you go out not quite knowing what you can do, and doing Chicago, it was kind of like fun almost. It was as much as that could be fun, that was fun. And then when you get close to the end, like in the last 5 miles or so, you start looking at the clocks and you're going, I got a shot at 4 hours. Getting 5 hours here, or under 3 hours. And it turned out to be 3:00:45.
Oh.
So that's all it took to get ready for Boston after that. So that's when I got to the 2:54 after that.
And that's the plaque that Dad had engraved for you on the wall there.
Yeah. So, but that was pounding. You know, it's overall downhill. And all that downhill time just beats the hell out of your quads. And when you get done, it's just like somebody took you to a meat grinder, you know. So, yeah, happy to be when that was finished. And it felt good almost to run uphill at that point. You know, they talk about doing heartbreak. Well, heartbreak's like the last thing you get to before you finally get kind of flat again to finish the race. But I thought, man, this feels kind of good just to get going uphill and changing that whole thing.
Giving certain muscles a break.
Yeah. But then your legs are so beat, it's feel like I'm not hardly moving, you know. I think I want to quit.
Did anybody go out there with you on that to run?
Yeah. It was Dennis Young.
Oh, Dennis Young.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we did it together, and there were a couple other people that we knew out there, but the two of us basically ran it together. He finally came in.
Oh.
Burn.
It wasn't far behind. Yeah. I had a good marathon though. I mean, it was 5:40.
2:05:54, isn't it? Or what?
That was the total overall time, but the pace was.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. 2:40.
5:40.
5:40. Yeah. No. 6:40. Yeah. 6:40.
Wow.
Yeah, 5:40 was general. That would.
That'd be
That
smart.
would be.
2:40
Yeah.
would have been. Why aren't you in the world record book?
Not quite, but yeah. Yeah, those guys are knocking out sub fives. It's just incredible what kind of abilities they have to do that.
We watch the leaders go by because we've always been on the route in New York, and we watch those people go flying
And
by.
we're at the halfway point, so it's
Cannot
interesting.
believe
It's
the
just
pace
incredible.
they're at.
Yeah.
Women and men, both are like
Yeah.
machines.
Also, get under 3 hours at Boston, pretty much like a mic drop situation, right? Like, that's good. I did the marathon thing. I don't need to do that again.
That's very much like it was. Because right after that, we went to on one of our trips to.
One of the Mexico ones? Or?
No, this was Williamsburg.
Oh, okay.
So this was the
Well,
week
timeshare
after.
Ones, yeah.
And I was still beat, you know. We're out walking around. I'm trying to walk, doing all this walking. Like, oh man, this is really still was sore, you know. And I decided, I really don't need that abuse. This much abuse all the time. So people get into it, doing a lot of those. We have somebody that Carol knows, and they do them daily. I mean, not daily, but
Weekly. Every weekend they run a marathon.
Really?
They're
Yeah.
slow, but they keep going out there and doing them,
It's amazing.
I mean, not every week, but typically at least one a month, and sometimes more often.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. But they have a goal to do one in every state and all these kinds of things. So if you're gonna go that slow, why bother? Just can't be that much fun.
And also, basically, you're saying you're a quitter.
That's right.
Well, I think it's more of a been there, done that.
Yeah.
On to
One
the
and
next
done.
thing.
2 and
I like
2.
However you want to put
Mic
it.
drop.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, after that, I said, okay, I'm moving back to the 10K region. You know,
Well, and that's what got me into running.
yeah, that's right.
I ran my first 5K at Tybee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Took me out there, and my time wasn't fast, but I never walked. That
You were
was my
there.
goal.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
And I never knew a little bowl of chili and a beer could taste so good at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But the sense of accomplishment was, I did it.
That's
I
the
did it.
Georges, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
We did a couple of those
Mm-hmm.
at Tybee until they changed the time or the format. But then we had our Shamrock runs.
Yeah.
Those were fun.
Yeah.
I think Brett's wanting to do that one this year, the Shamrock run.
Yep.
Is that a 5K?
It's a 5K downtown, but it's in the
Fun.
evening.
Yeah.
And people
fun.
dress up in all their silly St. Patrick stuff and wear their tutus, and then,
I don't expect you to wear a tutu.
no.
I promise.
Yeah.
And
I
there's
think
just
you
a,
could pull it off.
I think you could.
you could.
and there's just a big party downtown,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
And the vibe, the energy
Yeah.
is always just,
We have one in our neighborhood too. It's fun.
Of course, if you do wear the tutu and you go blowing past people who think they're being serious about it,
Yeah, they're not
it
gonna laugh
really,
at
it
you.
really plants a seed in their mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got beat by the guy in the tutu.
We had a joke about that because one of the marathons, it wasn't that one that I was in, but it was Kent Windrith. It was him and 3 or 4 other guys that did it one year when I didn't do it. And his joke was he got beat by the guy in a Gumby.
That's tough.
Big green Gumby hat. And the guy beat him.
running a marathon? Oh my gosh.
Got beat by Gumby.
I know some of these races, people dress up, but I didn't realize they did it in marathons.
Oh,
Yeah.
New York
Oh,
City
lots
Marathon.
of
Are you
them.
kidding?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just showing off there.
Sometimes and sometimes not. For fun.
When
Oh,
they're in the middle of the pack, it's not so much showing off.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just people, it's people running for causes and
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
groups.
No, I meant in the way that it's hard enough to do it, and then you throw on some uncomfortable
Oh,
costume.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was just being silly when I said
Right.
that.
Think about the response you get from people if you've got a really funny costume. That the entire course, basically, people see you and cheer you on.
Right.
That can propel you
Yeah,
through
sure.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Those running days were a big part, of a big part of me. There's no denying what that was. You put up with a lot of watching me get out in the morning and show back out. Mom's wanting to get up at 5:30 a.m. to go out and start working in the yard, and no, that's not. I didn't give that up. You gave a lot for that, so.
When did you start turning to the bike? Was it just inevitable? Were other guys at that stage saying, got to maybe change?
Well, I started originally when I had that red Schwinn I got from Chum. So it was my fallback when if I'd have an injury or something. It was good enough bike. It was just a 10-speed, but it was good enough to get on and use as a substitute to cross train with when I knee was acting up or something else. And then gradually we got to the point where we started to ride more, and then when it came to actually being a deal, then the transition really went over to biking, and that happened when I got the good bike, I guess.
But were your other runner guys already biking? or
Most
were
of
they-
them had, yeah. I was one of the last ones to
Yeah.
stop.
So with your strong running and biking, you never did a triathlon, did you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No,
Just the swimming part didn't appeal, or it was just they were just two
It didn't,
different
I-
things to,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Never had the urge for that much torture. There's already enough about that. So one of the things we did running, it was a lot of fun, is I was going to do this a week or so ago. you guys probably remember the name Ziegler, Larry Ziegler. He was part of that core group. And so he's been trying to get over and visit. So I had it all laid out for him, and I forgot to pull it out when he came in. But over the years, we did this river relay. So five runners, 8 runners, 80 miles, and so we did like 3 segments. So anyway, each person had their segments, 3 turns of that.
With this
Well,
one.
anyway, so we did the relay 3 times for Brittany. Some of the other guys did it more, but so each we took turns on each when we did the segments and that stuff. But it was a lot of fun. You started like at 6 o'clock in the morning, and the course was the same each time. And over the years since we did those, each year you got a T-shirt. Here's your great reward. But Larry also added his own T-shirt for the team one time. It was right after he'd gotten his vasectomy, and so he labeled it as Ziegler's Wigglers. So I've got the shirt. So when he was going to come, I was going to put them all on and wait till he came out and start taking them off, and then finally get down to the final one. But then I completely forgot about it when he came over. But
That's funny.
good friends though, and we had a lot of fun doing it.